I'm here with Saints head basketball coach Rylee Hernandez. The Saints host Cloud County at the Greenhouse on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. The coach comes into the game with a lot of momentum, won the last 3 games. How do you feel right now?
Yeah, I think we're excited and eager for the next opportunity to show improvement. I think we've shown a lot of improvement throughout the year, and I think we're still kind of moving in that direction. I don't think we've hit the summit of what our team's capable of at the point that we're in, and we start our second leg of conference season on Wednesday against Cloud County, and excited to show improvement against a team that got us by about 30, 33, 32, somewhere in there at their place. So excited for us to get tested once again and to see if we can continue to show growth and improvement. Obviously, it's starting to show up in the win-loss column, but continuing to have that show up in all areas, offensively, defensively, et cetera.
Sure. Talk a little bit about the ups and downs of this season so far. You came in over here with a 7-game losing streak, and then you came back out over there and sort of had a couple tough games. But it sort of to me seemed that the team was moving in the right direction. And then you have won 3 straight. Confidence going in, and like you sort of said, is the team pretty gelling well?
Yeah, you know what? I think a lot of the start of the season had to do with us trying to figure out our team. We had a lot of pieces come in and come out. Kiku, we expected to be a main contributor from the moment that he got here on campus, and he tore his Achilles early in June, and that kind of shifted some things for us. And then kind of throughout there, Malachi Cunningham, a guy that we expect to come in and score the ball at a high rate for us, also kind of been in and out and now completely out of the lineup moving forward. And it's kind of caused us to try to figure some things out. Riley Riddlesberger, another one that we expected to come in and contribute right away, along with his counterpart Carson Bennett. And now we're starting to see some consistency in Riley being in the lineup, and just some consistency in our lineup overall. Matthias Mamadi, another one we expected to stay in it. And so we've kind of had to shortchange a couple games in a couple situations to try to win the game we're in while still trying to grow our overall identity.
Right.
And I feel like recently we've started to kind of grab onto our identity. Roles are starting to be filled, and we're starting to move forward. Would like that to happen in October, and you step out and play in November. Just unfortunately for us, that has not been the case. And fortunately enough, there's a lot of season left, and we've got a lot of momentum at the moment.
Yeah, I was going to say that is that, people sort of, again, sprint marathon, and this is a marathon going in. You guys get the chance to sort of heal up, get chemistry going together, and sort of being the figure things out, and it's sort of showing. And there's still, like you said, half the conference season left, and you can make a lot of noise, as long as the team goes over there and continues to build and strengthen. One of the games that during this streak was probably really, really big was the Independence game and the last-second buzzer beater, and maybe not the way that, as a coach, you wanted to come play out. But at the same time, too, it's great for the team, I'm sure. Was that sort of a building moment for the team, you think?
Yeah, I think first it started off with our defensive effort against Colby at home and starting to see some things come into place. Indy was a really rough game for us. Defensively, we started to give up some things principle-wise that we don't give up. And then offensively, we were struggling to finish plays. We were at the rim in some situations and some lack of focus. And, it had a real sense of 2 teams fighting for their playoff lives, us with 2 wins at that moment, and Indy was 0. So, it was an absolute battle. We had to really kind of slow some things down, manufacture some things late to be able to make some plays. And fortunately enough, we were able to make some plays with some big free throws down the back end, a steal, and then ultimately a knockdown shot, catch and shoot 3 in front of our bench with time expiring from Amir Whitlock. So, there was a lot of moving parts. I thought as a group and a team, we stayed focused on staying together, and didn't really matter who was called on to do what job late game. It was making sure that we got the job done, and thought we brought that momentum and that confidence into Pratt, and I think it's still kind of with us, that belief that we can get this done.
Yeah, and I was going to mention that going to Pratt, you guys, came after them, and from start to finish, basically, put him away. You know, I mean, it helps a lot when you have someone over like Rylee with, what do you have, like 5 or 6 threes?
Yeah, he knocked it down, and he had a couple opportunities to have 7. He had his toe on the line on a couple, but a great shooter, a great player. He's worked his butt off tirelessly to crack into the rotation and to stay with it. It hasn't been an easy road for him, and he's just stayed consistent and trying to get in and trying to get going, and now he's in, and now he's really going. 19 points in 17 minutes. You know, that's the guy we expected when we brought out, as far as not being afraid to let the ball go and seeing every opportunity to score when he catches the ball. He's a dangerous shooter that, you know, when he plays with the confidence that he has had and that he's had his whole life playing there at Hugoton High School, you know, he can really, really make some things shake. So excited for him and his momentum, and the guys are equally as excited for him and his movement.
Yeah, you know, the team, you know, it's a contribution by everyone. While, you know, you always love to get the outside shootings from Rylee and CB over there, but the fact is that if they're not shooting over there, you still have weapons inside over there. With Blessed Campbell going in, you have Amir Weirdlock, Xavier Alexander, you've got Jaden Martin, who has come along in a couple of last days. You know, Nathan Jones. Everyone seems to be contributing. Like you sort of said at the very start, is that everyone seems to begin to know their role.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's been a challenge to get to that space. A lot of guys have had really big roles in the different spaces that they're in, and a lot of their roles are similar in a way. It's just more refined as far as the options or opportunities that they have to contribute. And I think everybody's kind of figuring out what they do well and doing it well and buying into whatever it is that we need. At points, we got to kind of move some pieces around to make some things happen. And you know, like I said, we had to do that a lot in the first half of the year, and I think that kind of gave everybody a sense and a feel to be able to do that. But also now I think we've got a real identity in how we're playing and who's playing where, and just knowing that if something does happen, we got the next man up ready to go.
Yeah, it's all about buying in, and when, you know, and it's a lot easier to buy in when you're winning than losing, and people sort of begin to sort of understand and say, hey, we're successful, let's do this. And I know, again, you know, every game, every play, you try to learn, but it makes it a lot more fun when you win it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, being 18 to 22 and, you know, being told to learn through failure and that this is a good thing, it's really difficult sometimes to understand that we step out to win every basketball game. And when we don't, we need to see it as a learning opportunity and find a way to grow in it. And you know, as we told the team, you know, when we got to number 11, we found 11 ways not to win a basketball game. And now we need to figure out how to win a basketball game.
Right.
And, you know, being able to comply with a consistent game plan for 40 minutes, you know, a credit to our team and saying, hey, it doesn't matter what it is that we're doing, let's try to figure it out together. And, you know, they really do, from the moment they got here, they enjoy each other's company. Now they're at a point where they believe in one another and that they're excited for the other one's success, and I think that goes a long way. We got to see that when Amir hit that shot. Amir was having a rough night overall, and you know, stayed with it, stayed in the game, tried to get his head where he needed it to be able to make the next play, and you know, he came back and made that, and everybody was excited for him, grabbed on him, jumped on him, dogpiled on him, and was happy for his success and for our team's success. And I think as far as a team, I think we're starting to understand that standard. Not as easy when we've got a young freshman backcourt to go through those moments.
Right.
And you know, when you lose 7 straight and you're playing with that kind of youth, sometimes that doubt creeps in and starts to fester. And we really had to get rid of that doubt and start, you know, picking up and knowing that we can and that we believe. And I think we're kind of in that space now.
Yeah, you sort of see that over there, and like, you know, the teams seem to be, there's more cheering, there's more enthusiasm, there's more pointing out and sort of trying to do a little bit more leadership, you know, holding people more accountable. And I think that that's pretty, you know, that's the way the team wins, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that piece is, it's tough when you're moving that way because you can't be thinking about yourself.
That's right.
And I think as a team, we've started to really dive into caring for the guy to our left and our right and letting them care for us.
Right.
And like I said, it's been a lot of fun. That as a group, they've liked each other the whole way. now they're starting to be in a space where they believe in each other and that there's trust that they will be there when things are great and also when things aren't great. I think we've come out a lot stronger and with a lot more experience after those, after you get in those dark times, those 7 games straight. And over a long break, we went home. There's just a lot that goes into that mentally that, we had to mind shift and we had to realize we are in control and that we have control over what happens next. And I think as a group, we're starting to live that a little bit more consistently, and I think we're starting to see some great progress.
Talk a little bit about Wednesday's game against Cloud. What do you expect from them? Any kind of differences? I think that you probably guys, again, you're probably a different team than you were the first time you met, just because of the chemistry issues, the injury issues. A little bit different now.
Yeah, I think we'll find out. At the moment, an 8-4 team playing a 4-8 team in the conference. A team that's got a lot of sophomore leadership, a team that's been defending and team defending since the moment that the ball jumped up on November 1st, one that's been together since the last year and also in the summer. So I think it's a great test, and I believe in our team and I believe in where we are at the moment, and I'm very well aware that we've got an absolute battle on our hands on Wednesday, and excited for the opportunity to do so. We don't start out down 32 or 33, whatever that happened to be. We got a clean slate, and we start 0-0. Ball jumps up, and we're at home in the greenhouse and leaning on the guy next to each other. So for 40 minutes, if we do that, lean on each other and give everything we got every single possession, I think we'll like where we end up at the end of that 40-minute stretch.
And, you guys have been at the ground, you guys have had great crowds, and I'm sure that you guys have been sort of feeding off that. One of the things that we've heard about and that you've talked about is that after the games, win or lose, you guys go into the crowd over there, and the fans really appreciate that.
Yeah, when I first got the job at 25 at Williston State, you kind of work through, what it looks like and what it means to be a member of a community, and being a member of a community is a constant. It's not circumstantial. On the best day and on the worst day, you're still a part of that community. And that means if you win by 40 or you lose by 40, you're a part of the community. And not only myself, but our team, the young men that occupy the dorms while they live here, they are a part of this community. And, being able to say thank you for staying committed to us and being there supporting us, that 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever that happens to be, immediately upon the end of our game is a great opportunity for our guys to say thank you and also to connect, to be able to, reach out to somebody at any walk of life that they have and be able to touch, see, feel them and be able to communicate with them about what they just saw, positive, negative, otherwise. And great learning moments for our guys to be able to, one, handle success with humility, like a game after independence, and then also, when you lose at home to Barton, being able to step out there and handle losing with humility and be able to have conversations without being emotional and being able to still show appreciation and understanding what's really at stake here. We're able to represent our community, and we're able to impact lives in a positive way, and there's more ways than just pass, shooting, and dribbling the basketball.
All right, the Saints host Cloud County on Wednesday in the greenhouse at 8 o'clock. Coach, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.